What's good, YouTube? Alright, I want to talk about something that I think is very, very important. And I wanted to make sure that I get this video out to explain everything and really be able to express what I'm thinking. So I've been working out for about 4+ years. Many of you know that if you've watched my last video, which if you didn't, then you probably should. So go do that. It's called Why, my reason why. Anyways, and basically, when I go into the gym, there's a lot of times that I see people going through the motions. And what I mean by that is they're picking up, light weights, or they're just doing what they think is bodybuilding or working out. Then you have your ego lifters, which they come into the gym, they're all decked out in gear. They may have their gym bags. They, may walk around like they're higher than everybody else and stuff. Some of them don't, but for the most part, they come in, they're trying to lift as heavy as possible with the craziest form, and it's just not the correct way to lift. It's not the way that's going to get the best of the muscle that you're working, if that makes sense. So the topic that I want to talk about is making a mind-muscle connection. So I'm sure many of you have heard that before. You've heard that term before. You've heard people talk about, how they can think about the muscles that they're working and, really try to just engage that muscle, as optimally as possible, as efficient as possible. So I wanted to talk a little bit about that. When you're in the gym, obviously, especially if you're on a bodybuilding split, you want to make sure that you are really thinking about the muscle that you're working. So for those people who like to go into the gym and be social or text or, just do things that's obviously outside of working out, it's going to be hard for you to really develop, and get the progress and the things that you're looking for. And what I mean by that is, I'm sure that you guys have seen many people over the course of, a period of time that may look the same to you, or, they talk about giving up, or they talk about how they're not making results, or they're not seeing the changes that, that they want to see fast enough. And ultimately, it could be because of this reason. So I want to give an example. Going in to work your chest. Mondays, International Chest Day. That's what the society standard is. Everybody says it's International Chest Day. But anyways, when you're going in, and even I'm guilty of this, I had an issue doing it many years, throughout my lifting career, and that's probably why my chest isn't developed, but, whatever. But when you go into the gym and stuff, say you're on a bench press, and you're clearly laying down, and, you're all set in position and everything like that, you unrack the weight, and you're lowering it down. What's the first thing that your brain, thinks about? Getting it off your chest, right? So then we get in this habit of just pushing the weight. And, some of us know how to contract. So some of us will come up here and we'll contract, and we'll know how to contract the chest and stuff. But ultimately, we're bouncing, we're doing all kinds of crazy form, and we're not really focusing on the muscle and what we're trying to do here, the whole reason why we're in the gym. So there's mechanical tension and passive elastic tension. That's basically the eccentric and concentric motion of each movement that you perform in the gym. So when you're bench pressing and you're up here, you want to make sure that you control the weight down. You should feel the muscle stretching, and then when you reach the bottom of the lift, you're going to press forward and contract as hard as you can. And you're going to repeat that, depending on your desired rep range. So if it's 8 to 12, obviously you're going to try to, hit that rep range of 8 to 12. If it's higher, great. If it's lower, you get the point. But basically what I'm saying is you want to make sure that you're engaging that muscle tissue, because ultimately, because of the eccentric and concentric motion, that's how you're really ripping up that muscle tissue for some blood and nutrients to that muscle, which is going to help it develop and start the recovery process. And then obviously after you get done working out, the whole nutrition and the things that you put in your body is what's going to help you recover, develop, and really see the results of that muscle group. So I wanted to put this out once again to help you guys you know, and it's even a reminder for me that when you're in the gym and you're working, it doesn't matter what muscle group you're working, your legs, your arms, your shoulders, your back, anything and everything. Really try to focus on that muscle that you're working and get the best, you know, of each and every rep and each and every set, making sure that you're really, you know, tearing that muscle apart and stuff, because then afterwards, once again, when you're in that recovery mode and you're giving your body the food that it needs, you're staying hydrated, you're sleeping, you know, that's where the results come. I just think this is very important for beginners, for people who, you know, have been lifting for years and years and years. This is kind of a reminder, like, you really need to focus on what you're doing. So it's okay to go into the gym and use it as like a social, you know, place to, you know, to talk to people, you know, and that's where you make a lot of your friends. You know, once again, this is a lifestyle. So doing this and doing what we're doing, you want to be social, you want to connect with other people and stuff, you know, because that's how you make friendships and get lifting partners and learn more about yourself and other people. But you also want to make sure that you think about the whole reason why you started in, you know, in health and fitness, and basically get back to those basics of, I want to be aesthetic, or I want to be strong, or I want to develop, or I want to lose weight, and all the different things that come along with that, and really start to get the best of your workout, you know, because then you're going to see results. Then, you know, other people are going to see what you're doing. They're going to want to know, like, what's different, or how you've done it, and that's a good way to help somebody else out and teach them the same things that you've learned about yourself, and help them get results and reach their goals as well. So that's all I have for you guys today. Just wanted to make sure I get, you know, something out. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. There's a little bell, you know, I've been hearing a lot of people talk about this little bell next to the subscribe button that you have to click if you want to get notifications when I post videos and things like that. I also obviously put it on Instagram. My Instagram's Curry Austin Cole. That's the handle. You can follow me on there for updates, tips, workouts, and things like that. So thank you guys for watching, and until next time, see you again.